Well, hello, grammar students. I know you're anxious about the midterm, okay, on Friday, but all the same, we have to keep on working and we have to go on with syntax. That's why I'm sharing this presentation. Remember last week, we started talking about subordinate clauses, all right? We started talking about subordinate clauses, and we focused on finite, okay, finite subordinate clauses, those that include a conjugated verb form. We talked about the classification of finite subordinate clauses into three kinds: noun clauses, relative clauses, and adverbial clauses. We explained that the noun clauses are noun clauses precisely because they have a nominal function. They perform the functions typically realized by means of a noun. Relative clauses are adjectival in value, and adverbial clauses are adverbial in value. Okay. We also said that the noun clause performs then different functions within the sentence, such as subject, object, complement, or object to a preposition. And I told you that both relative clauses and adverbial clauses perform only one possible function within the sentence. In the case of relative clauses, there will be post modifiers, and in the case of the adverbial clauses, they are adverbial adjuncts related to different semantic notions such as time, place, manner, reason, mood, instrument, okay, frequency. Last week, we we focused on noun clauses. We saw that they may be introduced by a subordinating conjunction like that, which may be omitted, or a WH word, or if, whether, which are some other subordinating conjunctions. And I suggested you worked on a short text in a forum which was not very popular, let me admit. And so the idea this week is to concentrate not on relative clauses, but on adverbial clauses. As I said last week, the good point is whenever you have an adverbial clause, you know it will be an adverbial adjunct. And it will be always introduced by a subordinating conjunction. There are many subordinating conjunctions. Here you have some: when, while, because, although, since, as, if, after. And let's have a look at the examples you have here. Most people left the town when the war started. Of course, in all these cases, we'll be dealing with complex sentences. That is, you will have a main clause and a subordinate clause. In this case, adverbial clauses. You see the adverbial clause here is placed between brackets, when the war started. That would be an adverbial adjunct of time. The main clause would be most people left the town, and the subordinate clause when the war started. The second example, if I had more time, I would join a drama club. And if I had more time, in this particular example, is an adverbial adjunct of condition. Be careful, remember if was also used to introduce noun clauses. How can you tell one case from the other? Well, what we usually call conditional sentences correspond to complex sentences which include an adverbial clause. And those that are more related to reported questions, right? Those would be instances of nominal clauses. Okay, the last example here goes. The house was robbed while they were on holidays. While they were on holidays is an adverbial adjunct of time, introduced by the subordinating conjunction while. what do we mean when we say that these words are subordinating conjunctions? That they, their only function is to introduce the subordinate clause, but when we get inside, and we will, okay, when analyzing, when we go inside the clause, we would say they is the subject, were is the linking verb, okay? On holidays would be an adverbial complement, but while performs no function within the clause. We will just write it is a subordinating conjunction. Okay, all right. Now, I want to move here. Compare these two examples. Sarah moved abroad after she graduated. Sarah moved abroad after her graduation. My first question is, look at these two sentences, and if I asked you to classify them, would you say they are simple, complex, compound? One of these sentences is simple, okay? It is made up of just one clause. And the other one is complex because it includes a subordinate clause, okay? Which is the simple sentence here? The simple sentence here is this one. Sarah moved abroad after her graduation. Can you see you have only one clause here, whereas there is a finite subordinate clause in A, in the first example. Why have I chosen this example? Well, because if you look at after, you have after in both sentences. But now, you need your knowledge related to parts of speech and how you decide a word belongs into a certain group. If you compare these two afters, they are quite different, right? What about these after? The part of speech, Yes, after her graduation, okay, after her graduation, it's not a clause, it's not a subject predicate structure. It is a prepositional phrase, isn't it? It is a prepositional phrase. It is an adverbial adjunct of time. And here you would have after is a preposition. Her graduation is the object to the preposition, and it is a noun phrase. Now, if we had to analyze the first example, what about this? Well, all this is an adverbial clause, which is, again, an adverbial adjunct of time. Okay, the function is the same, but the category is different. Why do I say this is a clause? Well, because this is a subject-predicate structure, where you have a subject, she graduated is the predicate. And you have the word after, which is what I said before. The word after is a subordinating conjunction. That is, it performs no function within the structure of the adverbial clause. Okay, I think we are doing well, but I would like to stop just in case I make a mistake. Okay, I'd rather start a new video with some other examples. So let me finish here.